La gente hermosa, ¿cómo están, hermano? Continuamos en Mass Effect. Este capítulo solo va a durar media hora, lo digo desde ya para que lo sepan. Espero que en media hora podamos lograr lo que queremos. No estoy seguro, pero bueno, igual hemos avanzado muchísimo, así que... Estos tipos de acá no podemos... O sea, no se puede hacer nada, parece que tampoco nos van a atacar. Se supone que la única entrada es esta, así que... Debería ser, digamos, la entrada que podamos entrar. Ahí es un ascensor. Estoy entusiasmado, la verdad, con el juego. En serio. Estoy entusiasmado. Sé que mucha gente no lo va a ver, pero el canal va creciendo a poco, así que al final... eso es lo que importa. Ahora llegué acá. De nuevo. Entonces, ¿qué quiere decir esto? Porque... O sea... No entiendo, llegamos al mismo lugar que antes. Ahí sí me dejó un poco perdido, la verdad. Porque se supone que hemos avanzado con... Hemos avanzado, ¿no? En la parte de la historia, pero... No me queda muy claro... El foso no es, o sea... El foso no es... No. Pero no me queda claro, aquí sí no me queda claro por dónde... Por dónde ir. Porque si no es por acá, ¿por dónde es? O sea, yo creo que vine por acá también y no... No había nada, o sea... A menos que se haya abierto alguna puerta o algo. Porque entramos por acá incluso. Ahora, nosotros fuimos hacia otro lado. No entramos por acá. Supongo que puedo pasar esto, ¿no? Ahora, pareciera que hay que llegar a ese lado de allá. Por lo que entiendo. Ahora, el tema es que acá arriba igual hay algo, entonces... A menos que no haya, no sé, hay algo que no haya visto. Porque ven que aquí hay algo. Arriba. Pero yo entré a esa puerta y no había nada. O sea, aquí no había nada. A menos que ahora se abra algo y me diga algo diferente. Pero no veo nada distinto tampoco. O sea, más allá de una caja que no se ha podido, digamos, recoger. No puedo ni caerme. No puedo ni caerme. No hay tanta movilidad. En el 2 haya más movilidad que acá. Se supone que esto tiene que ser por acá. Ahora, esto está apagado, fíjense. No hay nada prendido. Claro, es por acá, definitivamente es acá. Ahora, ¿qué hay que hacer para poder encender esto? Porque es en esa entrada, realmente. O sea, no me gustaría perder tiempo, la verdad. Pero no tengo muy claro el panorama, la verdad. O sea, ¿cómo se llama la misión? A ver, un segundo. Se llama... Cuando esté listo, vete a Normandía en una cena de cada tengo siento una cara un poco más noche. Solo sabía que puedo matar a la zona de seguridad. Tienes que subir a un ferry. Ahora tendré que estar el sitio de paso en algo. Está debilido, pero no vaya. O sea, no, bueno, no me dice absolutamente nada importante, ya, pero esa es la zona de aterrizaje. Y hay algo que nos está faltando, o sea, no desconozco honestamente qué puede ser. Pero ya sabemos que para este lado por lo menos está la salida, digamos. Se suponía que tenía que apretar todos esos pilares, pero ya los apreté. Y se suponía que tenía que activar el ascensor y ya lo activé. Y después... se suponía que esto también tiene que estar activo. No. Pero no está activo ahora. Entonces yo suponía muchas cosas que no son. A ver, déjenme revisar. Porque yo, o sea, acá abajo, digamos, se activaron las consolas. Que hicieron que salieran, digamos, estos enemigos que no nos atacaron nunca. Ahora, en este caso el Ilguías no me sirvió de nada. Lo digo para que sepan solamente que no. De nada. Ahora, pareciera que ahí está el auto, ¿no? Pero esto yo no creo que sea llegable desde acá. El auto está acá. Probablemente tenga que ir al auto. Creo yo. A ver. Devolvámonos. Esta es la entrada.
Who votes we take the vehicle into the creepy underground bunker?
Good idea. The firepower will come in handy.
Sí, parece que ya podemos entrar.
I have spent my life studying the Protheans, but I never dreamed I would discover anything like this. This bunker might have been the last refuge of their entire species. Just imagine what mysteries it might hold. Imagine what secrets it might reveal.
Please, try to remember why we're here. Saren, the conduit, the fate of the entire known galaxy.
I am sorry. I was swept up with...
What are all those things on the wall? Some kind of containers?
They look like stasis pods. The Protheans probably tried to keep themselves alive through cryogenic freezing.
O sea, que están vivos, porque si se fueron, digamos, congelados criogénicamente, están vivos. Ahora, este auto es bien difícil que te lo demuelan, la verdad. O sea, que te lo rompan, ¿no? A menos que sea un monstruo muy grande como los monstruos de los desiertos, digamos, que ya no me acuerdo cómo se llaman. Y acá está esta muralla.
What is happening?
It's a trap! Saren must have set an ambush!
I do not think Saren is behind this.
Que me da vuelta el superauto. En este juego ha sido un poco más difícil entender algunas mecánicas, siendo que yo ya venía a haberlo jugado hace años.
I have studied the
Pero
Protheans
aún
for
así me ha
decades, but
gustado.
I have never felt this sense of foreboding. What will we find down there?
Whatever we find, be cautious. If this were simply an automated trap, Saren would have triggered it as well.
Yo creo que los Protheans nos quieren ayudar.
You are not Prothean, but you are not machine either. This eventuality was one of many that was anticipated. This is why we sent our warning through the beacons.
Looks like some kind of VI program. Pretty badly damaged.
I do not sense the taint of indoctrination upon any of you, unlike the other that passed recently. Perhaps there is still hope.
This is incredible. An actual Prothean VI, and I can understand it.
I have been monitoring your communications since you arrived at this facility. I have translated my output into a format you will comprehend. My name is Vigil. You are safe here for the moment, but that is likely to change. Soon, nowhere will be safe.
Why did you bring me here?
You must break a cycle that has continued for millions of years. But to stop it, you must understand, or you will make the same mistakes we did. The Citadel is the heart of your civilization and the seat of government, as it was with us, and as it has been with every civilization that came before us. But the Citadel is a trap. The station is actually an enormous mass relay, one that links to dark space, the empty void beyond the galaxy's horizon. When the Citadel relay is activated, the Reapers will pour through, and all you know will be destroyed.
La trampa perfecta.
How do the Reapers survive out in dark space?
We have only theories. The researchers here came to believe the Reapers enter prolonged states of inactivity to conserve energy. This allows them to survive the thousands and thousands of years it takes for organic civilization to rebuild itself. But in this state, they are vulnerable. By retreating beyond the edges of the galaxy, they ensure no one will accidentally discover them. They keep their existence hidden until the Citadel relay is activated.
If he turns on the relay, the Reapers can wipe out the Council and the Citadel fleet in one fell swoop.
That was our fate. Our leaders were dead before we even realized we were under attack. The Reapers seized control of the Citadel, and through it, the mass relays. Communication and transportation across our empire were crippled. Each star system was isolated, cut off from the others. Easy prey for the Reaper fleets. Over the next decades, the Reapers systematically obliterated our people. World by world, system by system, they methodically wiped us out.
The war was lost. If you had surrendered, they might have let you live.
No offer of surrender was ever given. Our enemy had a single goal: the extinction of all advanced organic life. Through the Citadel, the Reapers had access to all our records, maps, census data. Information is power, and they knew everything about us. Their fleets advanced across every settled region of the galaxy. Some worlds were utterly destroyed. Others were conquered, their populations enslaved. These indoctrinated servants became sleeper agents under Reaper control. Taken in as refugees by other Protheans, they betrayed them to the machines. Within a few centuries, the Reapers had killed or enslaved every Prothean in the galaxy. They were relentless, brutal, and absolutely thorough.
You said you brought me here for a reason. Tell me what I need to do.
The conduit is the key. Before the Reapers attacked, we Protheans were on the cusp of unlocking the mysteries behind mass relay technology. Ilos was a top-secret facility. Here, researchers worked to create a small-scale version of a mass relay, one that linked directly to the Citadel, the hub of the relay network.
The conduit is not a weapon. It is a backdoor onto the Citadel.
What happened next?
We severed all communication with the outside, and our facility went dark. The personnel retreated underground into these archives. To conserve resources, everyone was put into cryogenic stasis. I was programmed to monitor the facility and wake the staff when the danger had passed. But the genocide of an entire species is a long, slow process. Years passed, decades, centuries. The Reapers persisted, and my energy reserves were dwindling.
How did you survive?
I began to disable the life support of non-essential personnel. First support staff, then security. One by one, their pods were shut down to conserve energy. Eventually, only the stasis pods of the top scientists remained active. Even these were in danger of failing when the Reapers finally retreated back through the Citadel relay.
There were hundreds of stasis pods out there. You just shut them down? You killed them?
You couldn't let everyone die. Better to sacrifice some so others could live.
This outcome was not completely unforeseen. My actions were a result of contingency programming entered on my creation.
I bet they didn't tell the non-essential staff about this contingency.
I saved key personnel. When the Reapers retreated, the top researchers were still alive. My actions are the only reason any hope remains. When the researchers woke, they realized the Prothean species was doomed. There were only a dozen individuals left, far too few to sustain a viable population. Yet they vowed to find some way to stop the Reapers from returning, a way to break the cycle forever, and they knew the Keepers were the key.
Aren't they under the influence of the Reapers?
The Keepers are controlled by the Citadel. Before each invasion, a signal is sent through the station compelling the Keepers to activate the Citadel relay. After decades of feverish study, the scientists discovered a way to alter this signal. Using the conduit, they gained access to the Citadel and made the modifications. This time, when Sovereign sent the signal to the Citadel, the Keepers ignored it. The Reapers are trapped in dark space.
Saren can use the conduit to bypass all the Citadel's external defenses.
Correct. And once inside, he can transfer control of the station to Sovereign. Sovereign will override the Citadel systems and manually open the relay, and the cycle of extinction will begin again.
I'll stop Saren. Just tell me how.
There's a data file in my console. Take a copy when you go. When you reach the Citadel's master control unit, upload it to the station. It will corrupt the Citadel's security protocols and give you temporary control of the station. It might give you a chance against Sovereign.
Wait, where's the Citadel's master control unit? I've never heard of anything like that.
Through the conduit. Follow Saren. He will lead you to your destination.
Saren's got enough of a head start. Grab that data file and let's go.
Shepard, are you sure? Who knows how much longer Vigil will be here? Even now the projection is weak. This might be our only chance to speak with it, our only link to the knowledge of the Protheans. It is the opportunity of a lifetime.
It might know something useful.
I will provide whatever information I
O sea,
can.
mira, esto no es
My
necesario,
data
pero...
banks, however, are limited to information directly related to stopping the Reaper invasion.
El sombrano.
If the Reapers are trapped in dark space, how did Sovereign get here?
It is logical to assume the Reapers would leave one of their own behind after each extinction, a sentinel to pave the way for their inevitable return. Like those in dark space, Sovereign probably spent most of the last 50,000 years in a state of hibernation. Periodically, it would wake to analyze the situation. Keeping its existence hidden, it would evaluate the state of galactic civilization. And when the time was right, it would signal the Citadel and usher in the next Reaper invasion. But this time the signal failed. The Keepers did not respond. Sovereign's allies were trapped in the void. Alone, it was forced to try and discover what had gone wrong.
So when the Reapers created the Citadel, they created the Keepers as well?
A more likely scenario is that the Keepers were one of the early harvested civilizations, perhaps the very first. Perhaps they responded well to indoctrination, or the Reapers simply bred them to be obedient. In any case, they were left behind to operate and maintain the Citadel. But the Keepers are no longer directly controlled by Sovereign or its ilk. They evolved so that they only respond to the signals emitted by the Citadel itself. When the Protheans altered the Citadel's signals, they broke Sovereign's hold over the Keepers. Now, they are completely harmless.
Sovereign must have realized that organic races were difficult to control.
A likely hypothesis. The Keepers evolved in an unanticipated direction. Non-organic servants like the Geth would be more predictable.
Bueno, yo creo que...
What about the beacon on Eden Prime? And the one on Vermeer? What were they for?
At our apex, the beacons spanned the breadth of our empire. We used them as a single galaxy-wide network to transmit data and communications rapidly from world to world. Virtually all the beacons were destroyed during the invasion, but once the Reapers were gone, the survivors here on Ilos decided to risk sending out a message. We knew it was unlikely there were other survivors, but if there were, we wanted them to know about Ilos. We wanted to give them hope, so a message was sent across the network.
You could have exposed yourself to the Reapers.
In truth, we didn't expect any of the beacons would still function, but we had to try. If there were survivors, we had to reach them. The message was meant for our own people. It was coded so only organic beings could interpret it. We still didn't understand the power of Reaper indoctrination. We never realized it could lead an agent of the machines, like Saren, to this world. But it has also led you here. So perhaps we did not fail after all.
Yo creo que ya.
I've got the file. Come on.
The one you call Saren has not reached the conduit. Not yet. There is still hope if you hurry.
A ver, chicos, denme un segundo. Por favor.
People once tried to find this world.
No, es que se va a enfriar y no quiero. Lo dejo hasta que no. Ya, gente, sé que me estaban escuchando, así que bueno, ya escucharon, no puedo seguir, así que nada, tengo que almorzar. Ya los veo en el próximo episodio, ya saben, suscríbanse, dejen like, comenten, compartan el canal. Y los veo próximamente, ya falta poco para acabar esto, así que nos vemos en el siguiente episodio, cuídense.